Is the EU on a collision course with Russia again? This time it could be all about this tiny country, Armenia. The EU says it wants to support democracy and break Armenia away from Russia, but Vladimir Putin is unlikely to let that happen.
Russia has the capacity to try a military takeover of Armenia.
Russia dominates trade and security. Russian troops have been in Armenia since its independence in 1991. But recently things have changed dramatically.
The turning point in relations with Russia has been the conflict with Azerbaijan, where Armenia had a strong military alliance with Russia, very strong dependence on Russia for energy, for the economy, and Armenians expected that in return Russia would support them militarily in conflict with Azerbaijan. That didn't happen.
Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan has since worked to end his country's dependence on Russia, and the EU seems happy to step in. The bloc recently held its first bilateral summit with Armenia and offered up to 2.5 billion euros in infrastructure funding.
Any country that is friendly towards the EU is a good news story, and EU wants stability in its neighborhood, it wants friends in its neighborhood.
A decisive battle over influence in Armenia could be the upcoming parliamentary elections. The incumbent prime minister is campaigning on a pro-EU platform and looks likely to win. His main opponent, a pro-Russian oligarch, is currently on pre-trial detention for an alleged coup plot. And the European Union has sent experts to help Armenia counter suspected Russian disinformation. Nevertheless, Russian President Vladimir Putin seems relaxed in light of Armenia's move towards EU membership.
Мы поддержим все, что выгодно армянскому народу.
But he also warned Armenia with a chilling comparison to Ukraine. How did it all start? It began with Ukraine's attempt to join the EU. Would Russia's president go as far as militarily intervene in Armenia?
What we're hearing from Putin is more strongman talk. Russia has the capacity to try a military takeover of Armenia, but in the given situation with all the rest that's going on in Ukraine and elsewhere, I just don't think it's a big priority for Russia.
But what if the EU crosses Moscow's red lines in Armenia? Putin has proven time and time again that military intervention is always an option for him. Would tiny Armenia even stand a chance?